just want to get this thought out of my head. And so I figured talking to you guys about it would get it out of my head and into yours. Nobody ever really warns you that losing a friendship or ending a friendship isn't that simple. Well, it kind of is. You have your friends that know those friends, but that's whatever, right? Oh wells, right? Like, oh, you say hi to me while you're next to her? That's fine. That's cool. But that's not really my issue. I can get over that. But nobody ever really warns you that you're gonna see this stranger that you know everything about. And soon, you're gonna be, because today I was looking at my notifications, right? And I got a notification from Google Photos. And I was like, oh, haha. So I clicked it. And at first, there's just pictures of myself, which is like, aw. And then there were a couple of my best friends. And then, of my BFF. And then, there it was. Photo after photo after photo of these strangers that you just so happen to know everything about. But at the same time, you know, as time passes, that you're only going to know the person that they used to be, and you're never going to know the person that they are now. But there's always going to be things about them that most likely won't ever change, and you're going to know that about this stranger, and you're just going to have to live with knowing about that. And this stranger is still surrounding, and especially for friendship ending is kind of fresh, like even a few months, you'll find hints of them everywhere. It's like, and the thing is, you know that maybe the way that maybe you two parting was for the best, right? So you will also know that you can never go back. Sometimes there might be circumstances that make it irreversible, or sometimes you simply know that both parties are better off apart. And that and it's just that weird distance where sometimes I'll see the stranger and the stranger will see me, and we'll look at each other for a moment, and then we'll look away as if it never happened. And it's just such a weird feeling, because there's this stranger that I know everything yet nothing about, and if I'm in a crowd and they happen to be there too, I can pick them out from a distance on silhouette alone, because my vision isn't good enough to make out faces at a distance, but simply by their silhouette, their colors even. Because I'm the type to memorize everything I possibly can about my friends, or even my acquaintances if I truly care enough. So it's just like there's this stranger who you know everything about, yet nothing at all. And honestly, this thought has been eating me up for days on end. I've been wanting to talk to you guys about it for a few days, but my voice has not been it. And I don't feel like I can get the feelings across that I can get through to you guys through my voice in the same manner if I were to simply put it on text. Would it truly be conveyed in the same way? Because sometimes I'll be learning it, because recently I've started to learn Japanese, and then I saw online, oh, Japanese and Tagalog have a similar sentence structure that reminded me of someone. Or you look at the things in your room and have memories and flashbacks, knowing who gave them to you, and each and every tiny teensy memory. Yet at the same time, you know that those are simply memories and they can never come back. It's also kind of like, but the thing is, the friendship that ended, at least in my case, was most probably for the best. Just not because either party was toxic, so to say, but more that it's like oil and water trying to mix. As desperate as I tried to mix, as it was to mix them, it would never truly work out, and I'd just be pushed out eventually, but like not like fully. You know how they kind of like the water surrounds the particles of oil as the oil rises up, kind of like that, you know? Or it's also the way you long for someone that you lost, even though you know that the loss was for the better. It's kind of the way where if an animal gets burned by a fire or something, right? If you get burned by a fire, you know it's hot while you're burning, and you know you have to get out. But once you're out, you even getting near that fire hurts, right? Because when you're burnt, getting near things that are warm can hurt, even if that warmth would normally be healing. But if you get too close in, it's going to burn you. So you stay away until you're healed. But once you've healed and the pain is slowly forgotten, the warmth almost lulls you in. Yet you know you mustn't return, for that warmth is truly a fire waiting to engulf you. That's how I feel anyways. Was that too metaphoric? I'm not very good at metaphors. Do you guys have situations like that? Like, yeah, we know that it's for the better, but I just saw photo after photo after photo after photo of the good times, because the bad can be really bad, but the good can be really good. And once you're healed, once you start to heal, in order to heal, one must sometimes forget or accept the bad. But then, once you start to forget the bad and how it hurt you, you start to long for the warmth, the goodness. But don't get me wrong, I am very content with my current group of friends. Like, I love them to pieces, guys. I have a 3-girl group right now for lunch, and it's oh so lovely. I wouldn't trade them for the world. Well, aside from for my best friend, but you know what I mean, right? And in time, hopefully, hints of the past that are currently lingering shall vanish and fade through time. And honestly, I'm not quite sure how I'll react to that once they do start to fade. As of right now, I hope they fade. Oh, how I hope they fade. Yet, I cannot bring myself to rid myself of the belongings. Like this little buddy. Those little things, the small touches, the memories. It's imbued in my everything. Like, even this pencil bag, while it may not directly be related to them, I have memories of using it in class with them. Anyways, hopefully everywhere I look, lingering traces of what used to be attempts to lull me in, yet I must set that boundary. Anyways, hopefully it'll all fade and it'll all go bye-bye, but at the same time, is that truly healthy? What do you guys think? Yeah, bye-bye! I think that's all I wanted to say. Hopefully it's out of my mind now. Bye-bye!